Death is the ultimate unknown. It's the one destination we are all heading toward, yet no one can say with absolute certainty what happens when we arrive, because we can't see past the veil. It's easy to assume that there is simply nothing, but what if the problem isn't that there's nothing out there? What if the problem is just our limited perspective? Imagine the twins growing in the womb. For them, the womb is the entire universe. It provides warmth, nourishment, and safety. One twin says to the other, "Do you believe in life after delivery?" The second twin laughs. "Don't be ridiculous. Delivery is the end. Nobody has ever returned from there to tell us otherwise. This is all there is." The first twin disagrees. "I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I think there's a world outside. I think maybe we'll walk with our legs and eat with our mouths." The second twin is dismissive. "Walk, eat with our mouths. That's absurd. The umbilical cord is what feeds us. It's too short for us to go anywhere. There is no life outside of this." When delivery finally comes, the twins leave their entire known universe behind. They open their eyes to a reality vastly larger, brighter, and more complex than anything they could have possibly imagined. To us, death looks like an absolute end, but from a different perspective, could it just be another birth? Now, let's look at this from a dimensional perspective. Imagine a fish living in a shallow pond. For the fish, the universe consists entirely of water, rocks, and lily pads. It moves forward, backward, left, right, up, and down within the water, but it has absolutely no concept of dry land, air, or the sky above. If a human reaches into the pond and temporarily lifts the fish into the air, the fish suddenly experiences a completely unexplainable dimension. It sees colors and structures that defy every law of physics it has ever known. When the fish is placed back into the water, how could it possibly explain what it just saw to the other fish? It doesn't have the language or the brain capacity to describe a completely different dimension. Theoretical physics tells us there are dimensions beyond the three we experience. If consciousness survives in a different dimension, it would be an environment completely outside our current ability to comprehend. This brings us to the nature of consciousness itself. Imagine you are listening to a beautiful symphony playing on an old radio. If the radio suddenly breaks, the music stops playing in the room. To someone who doesn't understand broadcasting, it seems like the music has died, the physical box, and no longer produced a sound. But did the music actually cease to exist? No. The radio waves are still moving through the air, completely untouched by the destruction of the radio. The radio didn't create the music. It was merely a receiver. Some scientists and philosophers suggest the human brain works the exact same way. It doesn't create consciousness. It receives it. When the physical body breaks down, the signal, that is, you doesn't disappear, it just no longer as a receiver to play through in this physical world. Finally, there is a beautiful lesson hidden in nature. For its entire existence, a caterpillar only knows how to consume and crawl. Its world is limited to a few branches and leaves. Then, a day comes when it builds a dark enclosure around itself. From the caterpillar's perspective, this is the end. Its body literally breaks down. If caterpillars had a concept of death, the chrysalis would be it. But what the caterpillar perceives as the end of the world, the universe calls a butterfly. It trades crawling for flight, and a single tree for the entire sky. It is the exact same life, just transformed into a vessel capable of experiencing a much wider reality. None of these analogies prove exactly what the afterlife is, but they do highlight a very real fact. Human perception is fundamentally limited. Whether we are twins in a womb, fish in a pond, a signal waiting for a new receiver, or a caterpillar entering the dark, we are bound by the biology we currently inhabit. The unknown doesn't necessarily mean the end. It might just mean a reality too big for our current minds to hold. What do you think happens when we cross the veil? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown.